You know the expression hearth and home. We say hearth and home, we don't say bathroom and home or dining room and home. We say hearth and home because the hearth used to be the most important part of the house. The hearth was the fireplace. When mankind started building houses to live in, she needed a fire, and so there was a fire in the middle of the room surrounded by a brick surround so it wouldn't catch fire to the rest of the building. Of course, the smoke was the problem. That was solved by cutting a hole in the roof. Of course, that let rain come in. And so somebody had the great idea to move the fire to the side of the building and built a brick surround for it, the hearth, and also built a chimney to get rid of the smoke. Now, the hearth was the most important part of the house. That's where people cooked, they ate their meals there, they congregated around the fire for warmth, they communed, they socialized. A lot of the family interaction took place at the hearth, and so it became the most important part of the house. Of course, today we have central heating, we have gas, electricity, we have clean air laws, and so we don't have hearths anymore. The kitchen has become the hearth. That's where we cook our food. Sometimes we eat our food there. A lot of the social interaction within the family takes place in the kitchen. I know in our house when people arrive for dinner, this is pre-COVID days, a lot of them just go straight into the kitchen and stand in the kitchen talking because that seems to be the most welcoming part of the house. If you look at TV dramas, a lot of the action takes place in the kitchen. If you remember The Sopranos, an awful lot of the interaction took place in the Sopranos kitchen based around that refrigerator. The kitchen I'm concerned with here is not the one at home, but the one at work. You have a kitchen at work, and a lot of interaction takes place in the kitchen or can take place in the kitchen. Now, I've visited maybe 100 different companies around the world as I've traveled on my consulting and training assignments and so on. And I've noticed the kitchens, and they vary enormously from very, very good to, let's just say, not so good. And something I have noted is where there is a good kitchen, there is a good culture. And when there is a poor culture, there's a poor kitchen. Now, I'm not for a moment trying to say that if you've got a good kitchen, you'll get a good culture. But there does seem to be a correlation between the two things. So I want to talk to you about your kitchen in your workplace. Can you make it more attractive? This is a series of videos and a book on improving workplace culture. And one of the things we have to do in order to improve the culture is to talk to one another, to communicate about the problems of improving the workplace culture. And one of the places where we can have good discussions is in the kitchen. That's where we're going to bump into our colleagues and we can have a 5-minute chat about some cultural issue that's bugging us at the time. And the better the kitchen, the more likely people are to go to it. And the converse is also true. So I'd like you to improve your kitchen. What can you do to improve it? You could paint it, for example, a more bright color if it's not that already. I once painted my workspace. I and 6 other people occupied this large room. It was dull and dreary. I came in one weekend and I painted it into brighter colors. I did not ask permission. The boss wasn't overly thrilled at what I'd done, but everybody else loved it. It became a more attractive place to work just from a coat of paint. If you can't paint the kitchen, can you cover the walls with posters? You and your colleagues bring in your favorite posters and put them on the wall. Can you improve the coffee cups? Can you do something to hijack some better furniture from other parts of the organization? Can you get better coffee mugs? All sorts of things that can be done in order to improve the kitchen, which make it more likely that people will come, more people talking about culture, and so you've got a better shot at improving the culture of your workplace. We've written a book about this. It's coming up soon. Oh, and by the way, if you are stuck for ideas on how to improve your workplace culture, please leave a comment below. And if you can describe your kitchen to me, I'll do what I can to make suggestions on how you can improve your workplace kitchen.
Thanks for watching our video on workplace culture. There's lots more in our book, Happy to Work Here.